Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo.
It's day 40 of your 2024 Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League season, and we are back in Binyan at the Alonte Sports Arena for our triple header ngayong Miyerkules, and we begin things with Marlon Basco and the rest of the Marikina Shoe Masters looking to shake off that sputtering performance against Caloocan. They take on the red-hot South Cotabato Warriors, whose star player Kyle Tolentino is coming off a spectacular game. And yun po ang ating mga laro ngayong araw. Marikina against South Cotabato in the first. The Quezon Huskers taking on the Imus Agimat in the 6 p.m. schedule. And mamaya is the Paranaque Patriots against the Zamboanga Master Sardines. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, si Dav Tupas kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon, and you're looking at the standings right now and we're looking at where the teams are, Coach Christian. Mukhang mahirap pa talaga, no? Especially South Cotabato and their situation in the South.
Totoo yan, no? But, 2 weeks ago, we were saying it's just a small sample size. They were in their 5th, 6th game. Ngayon, approaching 9th, 10th game na. And remember, these teams are playing, 29 games. So, importante na ngayon na nag-shape up na kahit paano nakikita. Especially for the first 4 teams, nakikita mo na kung sino yung makakalamang at kung sino yung malamang na magkakaroon ng mga advantage home court wise.
3-game winning streak ang South Cotabato going into this matchup. Kasama din natin at courtside Miss Mika Abisamis, who's been here quite early and has been speaking to some of our players going into this matchup. Mika, kamusta ka naman, and how's our 2 teams?
It's actually my first time here at the Alonte Sports Arena, and I'm so excited to cover 3 games. Pero syempre mas excited ako para dito sa first game natin dahil alam naman natin na South Cotabato and Marikina ay parang magkapatid na to. Sabi nga ni Kyle Tolentino, halos hindi na siya makatulog kagabi. Sa sobrang excited niya para sa game na to, si Eloy Tan naman at si RR Casajeros, magiging Kyle stoppers daw sila para sa araw na to. But unfortunately, ang tatay nila na si Coach Elvis Tolentino will not be here today due to important matters in session. Sa Delph, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat. So, one notable absence dito sa matchup na to. Probably the person linking the 2 teams together as well.
Right.
Coach Elvis Tolentino. Diretso tayo sa ating team standings right now. South Division, South Cotabato, 5-3 ang kanilang record. And number 7. And, with the kanan natin, syempre, nagpalakas na nung off-season, medyo na-retain ang core nila.
Right.
You expect them probably at number 2, number 3 right now, but they're right down there at number 7 and behind, just ahead of Negros with a 4-5 record.
Well, this is a new coach under Coach Elvis Tolentino, and, it was a rough start for them, 2-3, until they won their last 3. So, umangat sila sa standings from, 2 weeks ago, they were not even in the top 8, maybe top 10 picture. And now they're number 7. So a big game para sa kanila, especially if Paranaque, who's playing the last game, that's a tough game against Zamboanga. If they lose, suddenly they're at that 5th, 6th spot. Then you look at the North Division, San Juan and Nueva Ecija, one of 4 unbeaten teams we had. There's another 2 in the South, and all the way down to number 13, itong Marikina, after winning their first game, has lost their last 7.
And the Marikina obviously just trying to catch up with Pangasinan and Bataan, and medyo, it's still too close to call, but syempre with the way things are panning out, medyo mahihirapan itong Marikina makaangat. When they talk about Marikina, you remember their last game, and it was a tough one, only held to just 38 points, probably the lowest output for any team this season against Caloocan. 64-38 natapos ang game na yan, and it was parang may takip yung ring.
I'm probably gonna bet your house, your car, your lot that this is the lowest scoring output in MPBL history.
No.
Okay, buti na lang bahay mo at sasakyan ko ang pinusta ko. But this was a game, you look at the numbers right here, obviously, Caloocan shooting 31%. Usually that will be on the losing end. Pero 23%, kulang na kulang. And this was a game wherein they were down by 7 after first, doubled after 2 quarters, tripled after 3 quarters, and almost quadrupled after 4. So that's not the way to bounce back in terms of every quarter. So ngayon, panibagong araw, tingnan natin kung may panibagong mindset sila.
Oo, South Cotabato naman on a high going into this matchup. As we mentioned, 3 straight wins. And the last game was against Negros, 81-74. And they were shooting lights out, as we mentioned. Wilson and everyone else, especially Cal Tolentino, was on target in this game.
Well, this was a game where they were off to a slow start, wherein Negros was able to build, you know, a highest lead of 7 in that second quarter, I believe. But a game where, you know, 3 players really carried them in terms of the scoring output. Almost 60% of their scoring output. Ito si Kyle Tolentino, Christian Farito, at si Marwin Jonicio, and John Wilson, rather, who combined for, you know, 51 out of the 81 points. All 3 came off the bench.
Oh, what's outstanding here is actually interesting is that 10 field goals lang ang 2-pointers. 17
Right.
ang kanilang 3-pointers. And one of the emerging players, or, you know, someone who's really established himself as a solid contributor dito for South Cotabato. Even though he's not scoring a lot, ando naman ng other things like playmaking and then leadership, is Enzo Hoson.
Well, this is one guy wherein we kept on mentioning from a development standpoint that started in Marikina, got his minutes on the floor, and then became a floor general as he is already, and the team's leader. So malaking bagay yan para sa South Cotabato.
And Enzo Hoson is with our Mika Bisamis.
Maraming salamat, tama kayo dyan. I am with a birthday boy. Walang iba kung hindi si Enzo Hoson. Enz, happy birthday. What a way to celebrate your birthday. Go against your former team. What are your thoughts?
Well, syempre, dito ako galing sa Marikina. So, ayun, excited na makalaro namin yung Marikina. And syempre, momentum para sa team namin.
Being a former shoemaster, alam mo na they will make you run, they will make the veterans run. Napag-usapan nyo ba yan sa team?
Syempre, kilala na namin yung Marikina. So, ayun, may sistema sila, may sistema kami. So, ayun, labanan lang ng sistema.
Right, maraming salamat, and once again, happy birthday. Now it's going to be South Cotabato versus Marikina as we give it to Miguel Pare, who will take it away.
A very pleasant afternoon to everybody, and welcome to the first game of our triple header here at the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan City, Laguna. It's Marikina versus South Cotabato on the 2024 Buenas Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, presented by Extreme. Live with the official MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Let's meet the starters, beginning with the Marikina Shoemasters. Starting at center, number 10, Mix Castellano. Forward number 77, Azar Ujan. Guard number 0, Jetro Escoto. Also at guard number 6, Eloy 10. And the other forward, number 3, Joe Gomez Zeliano. Their head coach is Rizal Castro. Assistant coaches, John Paul Basilan, Monroe Quesson, Fernando Bunag, and JC Lim. Team managers are Leo Correa and Dr. Rianji Pio Quinto. Team governor is Reynaldo Punong Bayan. Now, the starting 5 for the South Cotabato Warriors. Starting at guard, number 3, Timwell Kosip. Center number 18, Chris Tumapig. Starting at forward number 20, Zervi Cruz. The other forward number 21, Val Acuna. And the other guard number 15, Enzo Hoson. South Cotabato Warriors will be led by Boying Diloy. Assistant coaches Jesus Ramon Pido, Apple Coronado, Peter Deligero, and Rod Tolentino. Team manager is Merman Flores. Team owner is Michael Pacquiao. Referees for this ball game are crew chief Julius Tigyo.
Our starting 5 of the game brought to you by Buenas. Guard para dito sa South Cotabato, Enzo Hoson alongside Timwell Kosip, Chris Dumapig, Jerby Cruz, and Val Acuna. Para naman sa Marikina, Eloy Tan, Jethro Escoto, Miguel Castellano, Adzar Ujan, and Joe Gomez de Liano. Julius Ticchio, Ryan Soriano, EJ Carase, and Noel Batuhan ng ating officiating crew for this matchup between South Cotabato and Marikina. No Elvis Tolentino sa bench ng South Cotabato. You'll see how they handle this one. The Warriors on a 3-game winning streak.
And you would think usually coaches would adjust, especially after a 24-point blowout, that they would change. You know, you would expect a dramatic change in the starting lineup for Marikina, but pretty much the same except for Escoto, who's in place for Casajeros. But all, aside from that, all 4 still the same starters of the last game.
Including Udjan, who was declared the best player of the game when they won against Bacolod. That's their only win so far.
Double-double siya nun.
Only win so far para dito sa Marikina. Joe Gomez del Llano for 3. Too strong. Escoto with a rebound. Binigay kay Udjan. Short stab is good.
Nice offensive rebound by Escoto for another opportunity. Udjan, something that we don't really see from him, makes his first shot on a 12-footer.
Kosip gives it up to Enzo Hoson. Kosip to Jervy Cruz. Specialty, too strong. Eloy Tan trying to find Udjan. Naagaw ni Kosip ahead to Hoson.
Balacuña is open.
Hoson takes it inside and scores. South Cotabato's first basket of the ballgame.
Yan ang maganda pag may Enzo Hoson ka eh. You put him at the point, he's good enough to organize the offense, to get everyone involved. You put him at the 2, it's a shift of mentality that he has that ability to score. And tulad ng first 2 points niya on the post-up.
Enzo Hoson, second season already para dito sa South Cotabato. Before that, he was with Marikina. And talk about the shooting. Balacuña, he's been waiting for that basketball in the prior possession, and that time he knocks down the 3. 5-4. Eloy Tan. Castellano asking for it. Shot clock down to 3. Escoto. Tan has to put it up. Castellano gives up the foul to stop the fast break.
A good defense by South Cotabato, forcing Marikina into a tough shot on Castellano. A duty foul just to stop the break.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Balacuña, still one of the best in the MPBL. Another shot from beyond the arc. No. Pony Eloy Tan. Here's Escoto.
To your point, as the saying goes, you never forget your first. The first. And Balacuña, the first. You know, best player, most valuable player. I don't know what we called it that year in the first season, but he was the best player of that season in that, you know, inaugural 10-team season. Champion pa.
No, it seemed like ages ago. Hoson. No go. Takbo si Eloy Tan. Tan down the middle. Too strong on the layup. Kosip trying to counter. Hihintay ng kakampi. Hoson now. Here's Balacuña. Quick closeout. Galing kay Eloy Tan. Acuña is fouled. Ni Udjan, natamaan si Eloy Tan on that drive.
Binawian ni Udjan doon sa foul yun. Natamaan din si Acuña. Ang diferensya, may pito yung pangalawa. Free throw si Acuña.
Balacuña at the line. And 6-5 ang ating score. Let's go to Mika.
Sabi ni Coach Rysel Castro, papahabulin ko na lang ang matatanda. But kidding aside, he acknowledges that the only way to win this game is to run, especially after the devastating loss to Caloocan when they only made 38 points in 4 quarters. He cannot do a lot of setup plays given the lineup advantage of South Cotabato. They have one guy, though, from their old lineup who is Aaron Estacio and excited to help out his brothers today. Sa Delph, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat. Aaron Estacio is now in the game. He was part of the team a couple of seasons ago, I believe. He made his return here. Estacio Looking for Ujan inside. It's a great play galing kay Estacio. Para kay Ujan.
A quick start para kay Ujan. 6 points, and what a tough find by Estacio on the pocket pass. Good catch and great finish. But a poor defense on the other end. Dumapig scores his first 2. Hinahanap talaga na yan. Ina-establish nila yung high-low play since the start of this game.
Chris Dumapig out-muscling the defender, and Estacio involved in the last 2 buckets for Marikina.
And that's a good sign coming off the bench because he brings a different weapon sa kanilang koponan.
8 on the shot clock. Jervy Cruz has it. Kosip, jumper. No. Dumapig nakuha ang rebound.
Nice.
And Chris Dumapig puts it in for 2.
That's the right move to make. Anytime you see that defense wall up, and usually when you're walling up, hindi naka-stay low yung mga big men sa ilalim. That's when you make the spin move. May iwanan talaga sila.
Estacio moves closer. Ujan is free. Jumper. Short on that one. Kosip will attack. Kosip will get rejected by Escoto.
Not in Gel's house, sabi ni Escoto.
Gel.
Tatak Gel eh.
Live the game brought to you by Buenas. As Estacio, Ujan playing beautiful music together. Jervy Cruz scores as we are 13-10 ang ating count. 4:20 remaining here. Dumapig grabs the rebound. Escoto nakaagaw but ran out of space. Let's watch this again. Here's Jervy Cruz knocking down the 3.
Easy shot for him. Defense nowhere to be found even after the first pass on the inbound.
Yeah, Cunha here. Bank shot, wala. Rebound ni Mel Mabigat. Much better for Marikina. After that horrendous shooting performance against Caloocan. Estacio. Oh, nice pass inside. Mosqueda. Nakatutok lahat. Nakatingin lahat kay Estacio.
Yeah, exactly. Ball watching, you know, which coaches really hate. Everybody just watching the ball, but the movement off the ball by the other players, something to consider also. And that time, Mosqueda scored on a free cut underneath. Nice play by Estacio, who's been by far the best player of this game.
No. Great move it without the ball.
Yan o, nanood lahat.
The 2 gunners of South Cotabato entering the ball game. Tolentino and Wilson. Kasama si Ilorde na pinapahirapan ngayon si Estacio. Mosqueda. Mabigat. Master of the mid-range. Gets fouled by John Wilson.
And even after the whistle, Mel Mabigat not failing to let everyone know that he was fouled clearly. Alam niya, malamig pa tong si John Wilson on that single-double play. Mabigat, sabi mo nga, once he gets, especially 2 feet in the paint, he can just leap over you and shoot over with his ability.
3 points, 2 rebounds per ball game, and he's been around in the MPBL. Mel Mabigat.
Valenzuela, I believe, nagsimula, no?
Now, defending John Wilson, ito si Mel Mabigat. Ilorde ang may hawak ng bola. Wilson got the step. Drop pass to Dumapig. Nice fake and finish. Chris Dumapig got 6 points in the contest, 15-13 South Cotabato.
Nice find right there by John Wilson. Play for him on the staggered screen. Was able to engage too. Last moment, drop it off. Dumapig off to a nice start too.
Mabigat jumper. Yes, sir.
Eh, sinasabi natin, no, kay Mabigat, the conventional type of player. Usually you would see players spread out, you know, to the 20, 22 feet, the three-point line. And he just sticks to his strength, no, which is the perimeter game, coming off screen, spotting, even spotting up. And knocks down his first field goal.
Baka pag lumayo-layo to konti, kapos na yun.
Baka kapos na eh, oo. Tsaka yung kumpiyansa nag-iiba eh. Makikita mo pag kahit libre siya sa tres, he would take it maybe once, at most twice in a game. But he would really have to be like 3 seconds open before he takes the shot.
And take a couple of dribbles as well and take the jumper.
Correct. But on the perimeter, you could just see that he shoots instinctively.
Elorde. Oh, nice move. Nice play. Hamito could not finish. Here's Mel Mabigat. Trying to get to his spot. I was looking for Evangelista. That was off the foot of the defender, Hamito. The ball will stay with the Shoe Masters. 16 on the shot clock. Minute and 20 remaining. Ilyane is in the game. Evangelista ngayon. Fires the three. Wala. John Wilson. Fajarito is ahead. Wilson gets blocked. Couple of blocks there from Marikina, but Wilson takes that ball away and scores.
Binawi, you know, after leading the fast break, you know, got blocked on the first shot, and then sort of like recovered the basketball with that steal and never even hesitated to shoot the ball first field goal for the former MVP.
Evangelista could not get that one to drop. Another nice feed from Mestacio. Unable to capitalize. Here's Elorde. Wilson on the handoff.
That's off of Wilson's chest. Gusto niya pa-review. At this early point of the game, unless it's really obvious, coaches would not take that risk.
Oh, and referee Julius Tikio was right there in front of them. Magandang angulo ng referee to call that one. Estacio.
John better be careful. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Because I thought he just committed an illegal screen.
Estacio knocks down the three.
But instead, napaganda, no? Ball ends up with him and able to draw a defender, and nice pass to Estacio.
Good flow, particularly for the Marikina Shoe Masters, as Ujan and particularly Aaron Estacio coming in and really dictating the play of the Shoe Masters in the first quarter, and making them forget about that really atrocious 38-point output in the last game. And as we end the first, it's 18-17 for Marikina. This end of the first quarter scores brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Next 3 games in South Cotabato, Bicolandia, QC, and a date with another South Division powerhouse, Binyan, and it will be here. Second quarter underway, 18-17. Here's Mel Mabigat. Gomez de Llano, baba sila sa ilalim. Iliane.
Ang ganda ng mga Estacio, Iliane, yung mga kakapasok lamang para sa Marikina. Instant offense para sa kanila. Ang player na hindi pa nagpapahinga para sa Marikina, si Udjan na lang. Actually, sa larong ito.
Jammer Hamito. Wintis, and here comes Joe Gomez de Llano. Joe will attack. Too strong. Fajarito secures the ball.
He's gonna shoot this.
Tolentino spins. Balik muna sa labas kay Wilson. Here's John Wilson. A great steal by Mabigat. Joe Gomez de Llano, nakabuelo.
That's a foul.
A lot of contact there.
A ton of them.
Even here, right in front of us.
Right. Parang text and tawag ang nangyari dun eh. Mula backcourt, unlimited yung contact.
Here's Mel Mabigat. Solid minutes so far para kay Mel. Iliane. Mosqueda. The extra pass to Udjan. Ramito secures the rebound. Takbo si Fajarito.
Mababa masyado.
Wilson able to recover. Fajarito. Tolentino for three. Too strong. And nakuha ni Udjan ang rebound. Mosqueda. Bababa ng bola for Marikina. Udjan. Joe. The kick out. Ilianen. Wala. Elorde on the run. Finds Tolentino. Three in transition. That's good.
You see the difference between his first shot is that he had a hand in his face and was not able to put the ball down in his shot pocket as it was a catch and shoot with no dip below the waist. This time in transition, in stride, was able to knock it down. Talk about Kyle Tolentino.
Mabigat shoots over Wilson. Well, Mabigat.
Meron din siya niyan.
Oh, 6 na putos na.
Turnaround jumper. Basta sa loob ng pintura. Mel Mabigat mataas ang porsyento.
Yeah, Mel Mabigat.
And this is what we talked about. Usually he would at least have an inch or two with his matchup. No, he's pretty tall for a wing. And then being left-handed and then having that ability to not only shoot over but, leap over. Kasi jump shot eh. And then shooting it above the head. Really a tough shot to block or even challenge.
Extreme Appliances, ang free throw na yun. Ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Nice move.
Landayan loses the handle. Takbo si Kyle Tolentino. Kyle, layup over Udjan.
Turning defense into offense quickly. 5 quick points as he came in late in that first quarter.
Yan eh, no go. It's RR Casajeros. Udjan. That's ito Casajeros. Umatake, Udjan sa ilalim. Sayang yun.
And that's the first time in a long time wherein di natin nakita yung mga trap pass sa ilalim. This was the turnover that led to the layup.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Valentino finishing up top.
Possibly showing those big hands too, even as a shooter. Bit-bit na bit-bit yung bola, kontrolado, no?
Oo. Udjan. 1 for 2. Got 7 points. Leads Marikina in scoring. Landayan with a steal. Finds Udjan. Lays it in for 2. Take a look at this pass from Jomar Landayan to Ujjan with the 2 points. 9 in the ball game, 25-22. Tolentino. Back to Elorde, binabatay ni Landayan. Elorde uses the Pajarito pick. Pajarito gets it back, fires at 3, no go. Good box out by Iliane. Eric Pili will fire. Too strong. Wilson nakuha ang rebound. Elorde is fouled by Casajeros.
A duty foul right there by Casajeros. As he thought they were at the disadvantage. John Wilson screaming from the backcourt, to set it up. This was the catch and shoot 3 in transition.
Para sa ating mga lucky fans of the game, brought to you by Buenas. Pajarito.
Not enough separation on the ball. This one, libreng-libre.
Christian Pajarito ties it up at 25. We have a timeout. 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Christian Pajarito, 16.7 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 blocks, and had 9 points in the final quarter against Negros. That's a tough game, a gutsy performance galing sa South Cotabato, and teams like Negros, for example, and right in the middle of the pack, and these are the teams na my chance. Always my chance na maka-upset, but also has a chance to lose to the lower teams in the league.
Right. Usually these are there's a reason why you're at the middle of the pack. These are the inconsistent teams. You're at the top because you're consistent at what you do. Consistent, to your habits that lead to winning. Kaya yung top 3 and yung mga nasa baba, usually these are the teams tulad yung nasabi mo, pwedeng matalo sa above 500, pwedeng matalo sa mga nasa top 10 or maybe top 12, which is outside the playoff teams, which is the top 8.
Well, we've had our share of upsets dito sa season natin. Yung alam mong lower rank pero nakakabingwit ng malaking isda.
Correct. And in a professional league, to me, an upset, you consider only an upset is when maybe at least in our league when more than 50% of the games are played already. Because sometimes teams are formed every year differently. Iba na yung mga mukha ng player, iba na yung core ng players, iba na yung management, iba na yung coaching staff. As you see Tolentino trying to hit his second 3 of the ball game. But at the same time, let's not forget, this is a professional team. Cream of the crop players, they get their players, yung mga top collegiate athletes, not only in the UAAP, not only in the NCAA, but all over the country. So, that being said, yung mga teams even naglalaro sa mga 1-win, 2-winning teams, marurunong yung mga yan. So, you can't just show up and dress up. You gotta show up and play hard and execute yung pinaghirapan nyo sa ensayo.
Yeah. And here comes Marikina. Ujjan Nahanap si Casajeros. Nice shot fake. Natapikan ni Wilson. Wilson steps out to the three-point line. No go.
Nice box out.
Ganyan mag-box out.
Oo, landayan.
Pili layup. No. Masyadong maagang kanyang take-off.
Correct me if I'm wrong, boss si Delph. Nagpahinga na ba to si Udjan? Parang hindi pa.
Hindi pa. Here's Nico Elorde.
You know, as our, live box score is down. But, yun nga, as South Cotabato hits a 3, I believe it was Elorde. Pero si Udjan, parang hindi pa nagpapahinga to. Kondisyon.
Pili. And this game has been up and down. Eliane trying to answer. No. Eliane had a spectacular game against Pampanga. Grabe yung shooting niya sa nung gabing yun.
Pero ito, patuloy ang magandang laro niya rin. Pinakita lang natin siya kanina a few moments ago. At Fajarito continues to score coming off the bench.
Under 3 minutes remaining. Casajeros could not hit. Elorde spins away from trouble and will set the table here para sa South Cotabato.
Yes, man.
Jammer Hamito split at the line, 33-28. Marikina with possession. Eric Pili. Nabantay ni Balacunia. Mosqueda. Estacio wants it against Elorde. Estacio over Elorde.
Beautiful footwork right there on that drop step move. Ang maganda sa kanya, no? Yung lakas ng katawan, may elevation pa.
Parang hindi siya yung player na kakapasok, kakaano lang. Parang
Dumating condition na eh.
Ready, prepared eh.
Kita naman eh.
masaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna.
Marikina faces Sarangani on May 28, June 4. Kalaban nila ang Nueva Ecija. June 8, kalaban nila ang Quezon City.
Just came off a tough loss.
Oh, grabe yun.
Oo, kalaban ang Batangas.
Oh, up 8 with 40
Last
seconds.
40 seconds remaining. 4-point play. Valoria, I believe.
Yeah.
And then
MJ De La Vergen.
MJ De La Vergen, who ended up as the best player of the ball game. Who, from the backcourt and then
Could have
in
fouled.
stride.
Could have fouled.
Could have fouled, yeah. I forgot to mention.
Parang kanina lang. Kay Jalen Brown.
Correct.
Could have fouled.
I disagree. I don't think it was a foul.
No, could have fouled him to prevent the three.
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference between that, and I can't believe we're comparing this, but that was a out of bounds underplay. Yung kay Jalen Brown. Patira na siya eh. It wasn't like they're gonna set up a shot after the inbound. This was a catch and shoot situation because the Celtics were aware na they would choose to foul.
Oo, kaya tinira na lang agad.
Kumbaga, yun talaga yung setup eh. Unlike yung kay De La Vergen.
Nagtumawid pa eh.
Oo, galing pa sa backcourt.
And 2-second differential game clock and shot clock here. 40-30, double-digit lead for South Cotabato. This is their biggest lead of the game. Basco. No. That is last touch on Valacuña. Ball will remain with Marikina. And humingi sila ng timeout dito. With 5.3 seconds remaining. And we will stay in the air.
Well, I think it's important for Marikina to absolutely get a bucket on this one because at the start of the third, they will get first possession. So if you could trim this lead down to 7, you know, feel good about yourself, have first possession, maybe connect another 3, you're down by 4. And then it will really give you a chance, and at least compared to the last game wherein we mentioned, you know, from a lead of 7 to 14 to 21, and then it just continued to increase. Ngayon, they want to be on the decreasing end, wherein binabawasan yung lamang papasok ng next quarter.
Coach Rizal Castro, first year as the head coach of Marikina, a former FEU stalwart. Nag-abot ba kayo nito ni Coach Rizal?
Yes, sa PBL.
Oh. 10-point lead. Mosqueda gets it to Basco against Apreco. The turnaround shot, well defended, and that will do it. First 2 quarters. Tapos na dito sa Alote Sports Arena. Marikina down by 10. At the end of the first half, this halftime score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL. The first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Meanwhile, we bring you our top 10 plays of the week.
Step back, no basket. Oh, good tap. Penumingan, foot race, tricky, basket and one.
He should get both 2 points for that layup and also an assist, passing it to himself, and a steal, and a rebound, whatever it is. So he gets all the stats for this play. And you know the most important stat on that play?
What?
Only took him 1 dribble to dribble court to court.
Caballero takes the rebound. Sleep sees a free lane. Beautiful play. Sidestepping his way to the basket. Play of the game brought to you by Buenas. Patrick Sleep. Beautiful sidestep move. Ganda rin ang pagtimon ni Patrick Sleep dito. Jasper Longalong, binabatay ni Alcorizas. Wow. Oh, nice. Nice. That was a beauty.
Right. You get 2 guys committed up in the air and then you spin the other way. Great move by Longalong.
So Alcoriza raised on Zona with the rebound.
And again, transition defense para dito sa Binyan. Immediately nakababa kagad, not allowing any fast break opportunities for Val City.
Arminio on 2-man game with Machon. Wow! And you can flex, young man.
Oo, pwede talaga eh. Ang hirap ng tira na yun, ang ganda pa ng roll mo. Based on scouting, if Mike Machon puts the ball on the floor on the post, then we, double him on the second dribble. Oh!
Great spin by Poy Poy Aktob. 2 points para kay Poy Poy. And ang lalim ng hugot ni Good Boy.
Yeah.
Great spin move galing kay Poy Poy Aktob. A little more in control here. Pero ang bilis ng ikot.
Yeah.
Moralde makes his move. Scoop. No. Binuya. Garcia wants it. Up top. Pampanga already over the limit. Gotta see that again from Paul Garcia. Hiningi niya. Ibigay sa taas. And that's a great finish. Paul Garcia.
Yeah. Ganda rin ang pasa.
Kadli. Palma will go all the way for the throwdown. Renz Palma, 13 points. Negros, 12-0 run here. Ito natin dito, fast break of the game brought to you by New Star. Win to the max. Renz Palma throwing it down on the break. Palis pa rin para kay Archie Concepcion.
Pag tumira talaga, akala mo papasok.
Oh, beautiful. And Jeff Viernes and Archie Concepcion connecting that time to Archie Concepcion. Ang layo na pinanggalingan ni Archie
grabe.
Concepcion. And with a baseline jumper, that won't go. Rebound, MJ Ayay leading the break. Robbie Celis, drop pass.
Oh, man.
Robles with a reverse.
About the 3 most athletic players in one play.
Look at the ball movement and the yo-yo finish galing kay Ilonggo Superman, Billy Ray Robles.
Binulsa yung ball.
Oo.
Tinira.
To end it all. Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire. Oh my goodness! June Manzo! All the way from full court.
So they don't want us to go home. What a shot!
That could be the single greatest shot in the history of the MPBL.
Sending the game into overtime. We spoke about that already. Missing the second one, but they decided
To make it.
to make it.
A full possession for Davao with 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Hail Mary. There you go.
that's a clear
It's gonna
basket.
count.
No, that's
It's
a
gonna
clear
count.
basket for the Davao Occidental team.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not yet done. This would be the second overtime game for today. A Hail Mary shot for
Watch that
June
replay.
Manzo. And that will beat the buzzer. Let me go ahead and say that that is absolutely the greatest shot that we have ever seen in the history of this league.
Oh my goodness. Can be the #1 play. This one will be included for the entire season. It might be included.
Nagbabalik ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna, South Cotabato against Marikina, and South Cotabato ending the first half with a 7-0 run to extend this lead to 10. And we take a look at the numbers here, Coach Christian Luanzo.
Well, Marikina, after a 1-point lead after the first quarter, this is an 11-point turnaround because now they're down by 10. A lot of it has to do with their defense, especially allowing South Cotabato to shoot so well from the three-point line. 43%, 6 of 14. A lot has to do with this kid who came off the bench, hit 2 threes, Cal Tolentino. He had 8 points in that first half. And, them shooting 2 of them, that's not going to help. One thing, though, that the reason why they're still in striking distance is they were able to capitalize on the turnovers kahit papano, forcing 6 and then converting 9 on the other end. And then their bench, especially this guy, Estacio, among all the bench players that came in, he was the most impactful, able to create plays for his teammates, able to score on the block, and that's why he's going to start the third quarter. But to me, if Marikina wants to win this game, Sidelf, I want to see Adzar Ujan get some rebounds. He played, pretty much the whole game nung first half. Nagpahinga na lang nung last 5 minutes. He had 9 points, but he only has 2 rebounds. And they're losing the rebounding department right now, 25-18. He's their best rebounder. And for them to be able to run to the other end for fast breaks, tulad nung, sinabi ni Coach Raisal Castro, yung paraan lang para manalo sila, para makatakbo, they gotta rebound the basketball first.
Oh, so 2 rebounds down si Ujan. That big, not really big, but 7 rebound edge ng South Cotabato. But he has a lot to deal with regards to getting those boards. Christian, the front line of South Cotabato, all composed of really solid rebounders, the likes of Felix Apreco,
Cruz, Dumapig,
Fajarito.
Apreco, tulad na nabanggit mo. Fajarito, who also played well.
Hindi pa nga pumapasok dyan si Delmar Mahaling. All
Correct.
capable of, getting rebounds and
Pasakitin yung katawan mo.
Even Nico Ilote is one of the best rebounding guards in the MPBL.
In the league. Sama mo na dyan si Enzo.
Yeah, so it's Valacuña, short on the 3. Rebounding Joe Gomez de Leano, who starts with Escoto, Estacio, Basco, and Iliane.
This is a small lineup because alam nila si Marvin Jonicio has that ability to defend the 4 on the other end. Pero sinimula rin naman ni Coach Raisal Castro, si Mong Basco. And nowhere to go for that turnover was Joe Gomez de Leano, who jumped in the air.
Tolentino for 3.
Yes. Shoot.
Well, there's a certain way para kay Cal Tolentino to receive that basketball para alam mo mataas ang porsyento niya.
Correct. Of a drive and kick, that's the best or the higher percentage for any shooter to convert a 3.
Maganda yung pagtanggap niya. Iliane, that's a tough fadeaway.
Right, and I correct myself earlier. Kyle Tolentino, after that 3 here in the third quarter, 8 points na siya. Palamang siya. Estacio.
Always in control. Walang turnover yan, so far, 9 points, 3 assists, and no turnovers. Enzo. Kyle. Valacuña. Natapikan ni Estacio. Yanni had an opportunity there kay Estacio sana para tumakbo. Estacio skips through traffic and the layup is good. Aaron Estacio putting on a show here. Back-to-back baskets.
11 markers for him and a legal jump stop. A hop-step play as Valacuña binawi yung kanyang turnover possession prior. Specialty of the house for the last 15 years. Former UE Red Wire Valacuña with a 3.
Dami ng pinagdaanan yan ni Valacuña. Too strong on the 3.
Can you imagine? Inabot ko pa yan sa UAAP.
What?
Inabot ko pa yan. My last year, I believe, was his rookie year, maybe sophomore year. And then his breakout season was when the late Lawrence Chongson was the head coach of the UE Red Warriors. As you saw the three-point line stat, 8 of 17. So continues to shoot well itong South Cotabato after hitting 6 in the first half. Parang gulat na gulat ka no? Hindi ko alam kung compliment yun o ano eh. Kala mo hindi ko napansin eh, no? We're talking about Valacuña.
Ito na naman tayo. Yes.
Diba? We're talking about Valacuña and then, pasimpleng reaksyon, no? Hindi, di ba? Masasakit yun eh. Yung reaksyon na natural, hindi yung lanado o may intensyon.
Well, hindi ako nagtataka because
pero nung sinabi kong inabot ko si Marlon Basco, parang yeah, we know. Parang ganun yung reaction mo. Pero Valacuña, what?
Naglalaro pa kasi si Val. Ako, alam naman natin na pwede ka pa naman maglaro dito. But you elected not to do so.
Well, I would rather sit with you here.
There are teams needing a veteran presence, my friend.
And there are teams that need plays like this tulad kay Felix Apreco. Energy on the ball, energy on the offensive rebounds, and energy after a three-point play.
Nihintay ko pa yung available po yung kasama ko dito. Free agent.
Ano ka ba? Kung connection lang, meron 2 head coach kasama ko sa UP. Head coach ng Quezon City at Quezon. Pero wala na talaga.
Three-pointer, Eloy Tan has yet to really get going in this ball game. And now he's back on the floor, 49-37 after that three-pointer. Nabitawan ni Valacuña, that is a turnover. Oo nga pala, no? Dami nyo na.
That's how bad it is. Nandun na yung connection, nandun na yung bridge, pero yung mga connection ko mismo, hindi na naniniwala sa akin. So to your point, give it up.
Hindi, kasi ni-recruit ka pa ng ni Coach Gold na nasa Batangas siya eh.
Well, that was a long time ago. That was pre-pandemic, as you see the corner 3 by Pili.
Tagal na pala nun?
A much needed basket. That was pre-pandemic.
Second season ng MPBL ba yun? Or third?
That was the third.
Wow.
That was the third. Kasi yun yung nanalo yung nagbubble tayo. Yung nanalo Davao.
Oo nga pala.
Right. The infamous bubble that we hope that never happens again.
Wow, what a move. Eloy Tan scoring against his former teammate, Kyle Tolentino. Palitan na tao dito for South Cotabato. Let's check this one out. And Eloy Tan, tiningnan pa si Kyle Tolentino bago nalusutan doon and drew the foul and the bucket.
And that is just poor transition defense on the part of South Cotabato. You saw at least 3 dark shirts white there and 2 individual defense by Enzo Hoson. Literal, pinalusot lang ito si Eloy Tan. 3-point play pa ang binigay. 7-point lead na lang to.
It remains a 7-point lead from as high as 15 earlier.
Steal.
Sumabit, Eloy Tan.
Muntik na yun, no? Fajarito, I'm not sure if he knew Eloy Tan was behind him. As soon as he picked up the basketball, sumundot si Eloy Tan, committed a foul.
49-42. Here's Hoson.
Switch.
And go to Fajarito. Christian Fajarito. No. Pili. Quickly to Tan. Eloy, drop pass inside.
Again, poor transition defense on South Cotabato. That was a 3-on-3 break right there. And still Marikina able to score. Janicio pinilit sa kabila. Advantage ngayon ng mga puti.
Mabigat.
Yan lang.
Able to recover. Eloy Tan. Jumper. Yes. Eloy Tan has come alive here in the third quarter as the Shoe Masters are within 3 once again. Hit a 3 earlier, got a 3-point play, and this time it's a fadeaway over Cal Tolentino. Marikina making a run here in the third. Timeout muna, South Cotabato. Aaron Estacio, 11 points, perfect, 5 of 5 to go with 3 assists and 2 steals. What a game he has performed here extremely well. And when he left the game and pinasok naman si Eloy Tan, nagtuloy-tuloy itong magandang nilalaro na Marikina. 3 na lang ang lamang nitong South Cotabato.
And a little pressure in the backcourt. For Marikina after a timeout that created this attack by Fajarito. Yun lang, masama ang bagsak ng isang white shirt.
Gama Evangelista has played well here in this stretch of the ball game. Unang foul pa lang.
See, that's a lapse right there on the full court by Marikina. First of all, you're coming off a timeout. Second, I'm not sure if they even tried to double team, but this screen right here by Dumapig, able to clear the path slightly for Fajarito, and as Evangelista was trying to contest the shot, yun na yung contact.
Castellano back in the game for Ujan. 6 points para kay Christian Fajarito. He's averaged 8 and 5.5 rebounds per contest here in this season. Evangelista gets the rebound. Here's Eloy Tan putting pressure on the D. Great defense by Wilson. Labas kay Castellano. Now with Tan again. Eloy. Finds Pili. Three-pointer. No. Mabigat inside. He draws the foul. Right place at the right time. And Mabigat.
And South Cotabato has to do a better job of covering that, wing to corner drive if they're gonna help switch, because tumulong na itong si John Wilson of that drive, straight line drive that, Hosson was giving up really. But it creates an open shot. Now, it was a miss, but it created the offensive rebound for Mabigat that led to the free throws.
And meanwhile, let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Kwento ni Eloy Tan at ni RR Casajeros, buong gabi daw sila nag-review ng videos nila sa Marikina nung magkakasama pa sila nila Kyle and Marwin para daw ma-refresh naman daw sila kung paano ba dedepensa. These guys are literally brothers. Magkakasama sila lagi at kumakain sa Tolentino household ng Samgyup. So nag-aasaran daw sila before the game kung sino bang magiging highest pointer. Kaya ayan, nagpapakitang gilas sila Eloy and Kyle sa game na to. Si Delph, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Third quarter, Eloy Tan ng panalo.
Oo. Hindi rin ako sure kung matutuwa si Coach Elvis. Sigurado ako nanonood yan. No? Kahit na nasa session niya, nakabukas yung cellphone niya, nakikinig man lang. Hindi ako sure kung matutuwa siya doon sa pataasan ng score sila. No? Minsan nakakasira kasi sa team chemistry yun. Doon sa tinatakbo ng opensa.
We're tied at 50. What a comeback here galing sa Marikina. They were down 10 at the break. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third. That's a foul on Pili.
A foul on Pili, but a lapse as well. I'm not sure what the coverage on the ball screen was. But if they were on a drop or a hedge, ang ayaw mo yung ma-reject yung ball screen, because anytime you allow the reject, dalawang tao na ang naiiwanan doon instead of sending it to the screen where the help is.
4 of 7. Marikina 8 of 16 for South Cotabato. Elorde, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists so far, and 3 of 6 at the line. Wife Mitch is among the fans there behind the South Cotabato bench. Mabigat jumper, rare miss from Mel. Evangelista, may tulak. And it is a foul on Mel Mabigat. And they will walk to the other side para sa free throws na to.
So sayang yung pagkakataon doon, no? On the second opportunity, ang ganda nung offensive rebound that led to Mabigat right there within his range. Evangelista also getting another crack at it, and because they're over the limit, naglakad papunta sa kabila for 2 free throws rather.
So good run though from Marikina so far. 7 points, 3 rebounds para kay Chris Dumapig.
Malaking bagay dyan, to your point, si Dev, is yung depensa nitong Marikina. Evident, at least for the first 7 minutes of this quarter as we approach the 3-minute mark. Only 11 points is South Cotabato so far in this quarter.
52-50. Eloy Tan, that's out of bounds. Bola mananatili dito sa Marikina. Under 3 minutes to go sa ating third quarter. Mabigat. Junicio nakabantay sa kanya. R.R. Casajeros for the lead. No. Chris Dumapig secures rebound number 3 for him. 52-50. Pajarito. Elorde on the handoff. Wilson wants it against Casajeros. And Wilson, anytime may mga kamay dyan, sasabit kayo kay John Wilson. Alam niya ang gagawin dyan.
Tama. Ang ganda rin ng play call nila ron, no? A decoy play wherein the action felt like was going to the right side. John Wilson was on the left side. Ball ended up at the post at him while the attention was on the right. And then he got good deep post position and was able to fish for a foul. Maybe this could, get the former MVP going.
2 for 2 para kay John Wilson. Lead is back up to 4 rather. Sorry. 54-50. Here's Casajeros. Marvin Junicio nakabantay sa kanya. Eloy Tan to Udjan ngayon. Spins. Looking for a teammate. RR. Tan reverse. He's always had that in his bag. Eloy Tan, 9 points in the ball game.
How about that? Usually that dunker spot is the position of a big man. Right there, your point guard finishing with a dipsy-do on the other side. What a play. If that's not in the top 10, our top 10 is corrupt.
Tremendous play of the game. Eloy Tan, look at the distance he had to cover.
This has to be at least in the top 3. I'm saying it now.
Oo, di ba sasabihan natin yung mga nagko-compile. As part of the team nagtitingin-tingin sa social media, we will make sure, Mr. Luanzon.
Well, maintindihan ko rin naman kung hindi maging part ng top 10 dun. We play 18 games a week. Is the math right? So,
yeah, 6 times 3.
Right? Yeah, so 18 games a week. Diba? The probability of a top 10 play in a week, madami na eh.
Oh, dami talaga. Isang game lang. Asho, still perfect.
6 of 6. Cool. Cool as silk itong si Estacio. Yung mga galawan niya, no? with the nudge right there, separation, and a short jumper.
He wasn't this way. He wasn't this type of player when he came in a couple of years ago. You know?
Laki ng improvement.
Oo, parang bumagal din yung laro sa kanya eh. He's usually the type that, you know, loves to dribble, loves to show off.
Right.
Ngayon, ibang klase, you know, very cool, very calculated yung kanyang galaw. That nudge on Elorde for the space to elevate and shoot. And Chris Dumapig, pasok ang unang free throw, 57-54.
A chance to be the first player in South Cotabato to go into double figures. Hindi.
Mabigat secures the rebound. Chance to tie again para dito sa Marikina. Turnover. Wilson on the run. Hinintay si Elorde. Elorde. No go on the finish. Pajarito underneath. Too strong. Dumapig again. And Ujan and Castellano just could not secure the defensive rebound there.
8 offensive rebounds in total after the last 2 right there by Pajarito and Dumapig. It's always tough to block out anytime, you know, the defense is in transition, or semi-transition at least, because it was a free lane for Elorde. Wala man sumabay sa kanya, but the white shirts really forgot to box out the 2 big men of South Cotabato.
Dumapig 4 of 7 at the line, 10 points. Kasamang 6 rebounds, and he sinks the second. 11 puntos na para kay Chris Dumapig. That's a foul ni Elorde. Wala pa sila sa penalty.
Ngayon naman itong South Cotabato nagpakita ng full court man-to-man press, trying to deny the 2 guards up top.
Meron Estacio safely nakatawid. Castellano providing the pick. Estacio layup.
First miss.
His first miss of the contest. 8 seconds remaining. Elorde. 3 seconds. Nico for 3. No go. And the Warriors will end up with a 4-point lead at the end of 3 quarters as Eloy Tan is able to get going here in the third. Still solid play from Aaron Estacio, combining with Eloy Tan. And the early 3 from Valacuña actually helping South Cotabato take a 15-point lead. Pero ito nga, plays like this galing kay Eloy Tan have helped Marikina back into this contest. 4th quarter coming right up. This end of the 3rd quarter score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenis, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenis, oras na para magmotor. Fourth quarter. Eminent dito sa Binyan, Laguna. Lonti Sports Arena po ang venue natin ngayong Miyerkules sa Dav Tupas, kasama si Coach Christian Luanzon and Mika Abesamis. laban ng Marikina and South Cotabato. Marikina on a 2-game slide. Currently 1-7 ang kanilang record, and South Cotabato na 3-game winning streak. Tingnan natin yung quarter scoring dito, Coach Christian.
Well, you look at the third quarter, it was huge for Marikina after not or failing to score at the 20-point mark the first 2 quarters. A big reason, LA Tan 9 of the 24 points in the third quarter. That's why they were able to trim the lead down from 10-4 after halftime. But Hamito introduces himself as he just checked in itong start ng fourth quarter with a basket.
60-54, Evangelista. Tan. Evangelista, masyado malapit ang pasa. Naagaw ni Tolentino. Kyle to Ilorde. Trying to go back to Kyle Tolentino. Naagaw ni Joe Gomez de Llano. Great fake. And a bucket. Namito is clobbered. And there's a foul.
You see, that's something that in terms of Kyle Tolentino's game, as he is still obviously promising and young, that he's going to have to learn leading a fast break. Even before this turnover, this was just a heck of a move by Gomez de Llano.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by New Star. Win to the max.
But before the turnover by Elorde, Tolentino got the ball in half court. I thought he could have just waited for a second or two, allowed Elorde to run the outside lane. He had Jerby Cruz trailing on the other lane, on the other side of the lane on the 3-on-2. That could have ended up with a layup or at least a high percentage shot. It ends up with a turnover and led to a 4-point swing basically with that De Llano finish.
Joe Evangelista.
Off right.
No. Ujan with the offensive rebound. Eloy Tan, 3. Yes!
Layo nun. That was about 3 steps away from the 3-point line. 12 points for him, all in the second half.
Marikina knocking on the door. 59-61. Nico Elorde. Swings it over to Jervy. Puts the ball on the deck.
Nice.
Nice cut. Galing kay John Wilson, and the finish.
He's their best passing big man. You remember the first quarter, that high-low play on Dumapig. He was the one who made that entry pass too. This time, Jervy Cruz. Backdoor play by John Wilson. Ang ganda ng connection. 2 points for Mr. Wilson.
There's a foul on Kyle Tolentino. Pili comes back in. Enzo Hoson also returning to the ballgame in place of Nico Elorde.
I wonder if one of our reporters, just like si Mika, have ever asked, not only this season, but since Kyle Tolentino started, if they ask him already of who's better, Daddy or you? And I wonder kung ano yung totoong isasagot niya.
Magkaiba naman.
Magkaiba ng laro eh. Magkaiba ng laro eh. Which to me makes it easier in a way.
They will use the challenge here. Sama yata si Coach Elvis dun sa championship.
Yes.
Nag-iisang championship ng St. Benilde.
St. Benilde, yes. Under the late Coach Dong Vergere.
He's one of the... Ganda din ng team na yun, no?
Yung, Sunday special eh. They're the best player they had. Was he the MVP on that season? Year 2000 to, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Yeah, I think so.
Sunday Salvacion.
May naglaro pa dito, sa MPBL,
He did. Valenzuela.
And that, so far, hindi pa na ma-match yun.
Their closest one was last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
And,
No, was it last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. 2 years ago against Letran.
Challenge here for South Cotabato. It's just a 4-point lead. Coach Noy Pido is there.
And also Boying Diloy, the one on the left. So hindi na namin sasabihin na, Parehas bald head. Sinabi na namin kung sino nasa kaliwa at kanan.
Upon review, the
And
challenge
it's a sensitive
was
thing to say
successful.
on air.
Ball possession.
I'm gonna be the first one to say it before you put any color into it or underlying meaning.
I'm not. Tingnan natin dito.
I think that's off-peeling.
Yeah.
Should be an easy call.
Yeah, sa mukha ni Jammer Hamito. Ano daw eh. Alam mo yung hindi siya guilty. Wilson. And the turnover. You also throw that ball away.
So a lot of opportunities really for South Cotabato to extend this lead. Especially in the last 5 minutes. They really started in that 2.5, the last 2.5 of that third quarter. It continues to be in striking distance itong Marikina.
Eloy Tan trying to find Ujan. That ball tapped away. Boson leaves it to Tolentino. Back to Enzo. Jammer swings it over. Wilson for 3. No. Mito inside. Wala pa rin. Pili gets that ball para sa Marikina. Pili
charge.
Bump.
Oh!
It's a blocking foul.
Well, I got to see this again because I thought John Wilson did a good job right there. That's a charge to me. That's a charge to me. The only thing probably that an official was forced to call a foul because probably he was a split second late of setting, you know, that draw for the offensive foul.
Tsaka baka gumagalaw yung last nakita pagpakaliwa siya eh.
Right.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances and subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And sometimes when it's on the move, you gotta establish na yung hindi ka na nga gumagalaw yung of drawing the foul.
Oh,
Dangerous pass.
Risky pass there. Enzo Hoson.
Switch.
They go down low. Pili had to give up the foul.
Right.
Was caught in the mismatch there.
Oh, what a smart play by Enzo Hoson. Usually the non-smart guards on the switch will try to, you know, force the entry pass. But if you don't have the angle, just reverse the basketball, especially to a guy like Jerby Cruz, who has a better angle for that high-low play. Acuna, good line. Malakas lang.
Hoson with the rebound. Back to Acuna. Tolentino. Hoson. Bounce pass. Jerby. Yes. 5 points para kay Jerby Cruz. His first basket since that three-pointer in the first quarter. 65-61. Ang ating talaan dito. Estacio. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Estacio nakawala. Ball fake. Parang naglalaro lang sa playground. 15 puntos para kay Estacio.
And that's what we mentioned earlier on the ball screen. Cannot allow the reject because Estacio pretty much beat the whole team on that layup. Pero Tolentino sumagot naman kaagad with a nice looking pull-up J near the top of the key.
10 points para kay Kyle Tolentino. More importantly, it's a 4-point lead for South Cotabato. Here's his Cotto. That's Estacio. Airballs the 3. Ball will go back to South Cotabato. Nangangalahati na tayo dito sa ating fourth quarter. Well-played game so far, and Marikina sort of erasing the memory of that 38-point performance at Cal Tolentino missing on the layup.
Oh, lumipad, no? Takeoff was about a step below the three-point line. Nakakuha ng buwelo, showing his athleticism, just like what he showed in that layup early in the first half to finish the break. That would have been nice kung na-shoot niya yun. Pero babalik naman sa kanilang bola.
Enzo Joson. Jammer Hamito. Tolentino now. Finds Jammer inside. Hamito in trouble. And somehow he draws the foul. Yung scramble dun sa ilalim, not enough time for our officials to call a jump ball.
Correct. I was quite disappointed with the players because yung mga ganong scramble wherein everybody was slouching, dapat sa Tito League ko lang nakikita. Nobody was willing to go on the floor and get dirty on that play.
Ako kasi, I would have gone down.
Really?
But because it's because that's the only way for me to get to the ball.
Correct.
I could not even slouch.
Correct. Correct. So extreme, no? It's either nakatayo, di ba, on top or sa baba. Nothing in between.
Nothing in between. Timeout muna tayo. 68-63, 4:23 remaining. Cal Tolentino, 14 points, 14 of his 23 coming in the second half. 7 of 11 from beyond the arc, 8 rebounds and 2 assists para kay Kyle Tolentino, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. But really right now for South Cotabato, he needs to be consistent. You know, if this team will go far, no, kailangan talaga siya na mag-perform game in and game out.
I'm not sure if they need the 20 points from him, maybe because of the amount of playing time that he gets. He's around the 20 to 25 minutes a game. So on that point, yes. But what I want to see him consistent at, because this is his 3rd season already, is really the level of maturity, even in the small things, to Karina, of leading the fast break, you know, finishing at the rim, to be more consistent at that. Because you don't want to be known as a shooter, as Escoto will go to the line after being fouled. You don't want to be known as a shooter only. You want to be known as a scorer who could, you know, attack the rim and also shoot from the outside. We know he has that dribble pull-up that he just showed. And maybe the next step for him, because he's a tall guard, which I haven't really seen him do, is post up smaller guards.
Yun.
Malaki siya sa dos.
Oo.
And we've seen him at times, you know, bring the basketball down from the backcourt, especially pag pinapressure sila Enzo Joson. It would be a really huge development for him, tulad nito, if he could be like a point shooting guard. But on cue, on a negative side,
Dito pa sa harap
turnover, sa harapan natin. Hindi naman nahiya kagad, isigaw kagad ni Escoto yon, yung kanyang former teammate, na force him mag-turnover. Ito yung dribble pull-up.
A lucky fan of the game brought to you by Buenas. John Wilson. Escoto. Ball on the deck, layup. Uncontested. Eliane scores. And it's just a 1-point lead para sa South Cotabato.
Well, I tell you, Fajarito was right there. He just froze. Oh my gosh. Eloy Tan is on the floor right now.
Yeah.
I think he pulled his hamstring.
Inside Tolentino.
So Marikina able to hold their ground. 5 versus 4. It doesn't look good for Eloy Tan.
Bumagsak lang siya eh. And Eloy Tan,
who has played great in the second half.
Yeah, big impact that he made in the second half. And And probably yung output niya was the one that made up the 10-point spread nung
No question.
ng ating halftime.
I'm not sure if it's a hamstring or a knee. He was holding to his hamstring earlier. Now he's folding his right knee. You know.
Parang na-hyperextend. Na-extend siya. Not a...
I don't know. Was it the right knee? Was it the left knee?
It looked like the left.
The left knee.
And thoughts go out to Eloy Tan. Hopefully he's able to recover. For this game, maybe extremely difficult, pero
especially with 3 minutes remaining.
oh, sana it's nothing serious. A 1-point game, Marikina with possession. And down by 1, Estacio matched up against Joson. Aaron makes his move. Pili for 3, in and out. The rebound is Cotto. Over Dumapig and Fajarito there.
Somebody's wide open. Hindi lang nakita ni Estacio.
Estacio, umatake, drive, basket, and 1.
And that's because he had a plan in mind. On the offensive rebound, Escoto was wide open in the left corner, but he had other plans. Right here with the attack, that's just a poor defensive stand by Dumapig. He was still surprised that the foul was called, but nakatagilid siya. Obviously not a legal basketball contact play. Estacio, though, does not complete the three-point play.
But Marikina is in the lead, 69-68. Joson, binigay kay Fajarito. The kick out, the extra pass, Elorde to Acuna. 5 seconds in the shot clock, and it's a turnover.
So they go full rotation off the double on the post. And Marikina just did enough to force a turnover, but really failing to execute, especially that last pass, Elorde to Acuna. Anytime you have the shooter on the other side, you want to make sure that he gets it in the pocket for a catch and shoot situation.
The final 2 minutes is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL. First original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Escoto, nice pass to Evangelista. The Shoe Masters up by 3 with under 2 minutes remaining.
They're gonna post up somebody here. They go to John Wilson.
Wilson, the fadeaway. That's a foul.
Same play that they called earlier, if you remember, when John Wilson posted up, was able to get to the line on the right side, left side rather. This time he came from the right, staggered screen for him. But this was the play by Escoto to Evangelista. Evangelista, smart play right there, catching it on top of his head and never putting the ball down. Was quick enough to finish underneath. These are big free throws for John Wilson.
So a minute and 26 remaining. Interesting times here. It's Michael Pacquiao, the owner of the South Cotabato Warriors. He's the team owner now. And 2 for 2 para kay John Wilson, 71-70.
Youngest team owner we have in the league.
Yep.
In the history of the MPBL.
Most likely.
Yes.
Estacio. There's a double team. Pili. There's an extra pass to Escoto. To Pili for 3. Wala. Pajarito with the rebound. Under a minute remaining. Wilson
Good pass.
swings it over to Elorde. Yes! Nico Elorde with the biggest shot of the ball game. It's been a struggle for South Cotabato putting away this hard-fighting Marikina team. They're not out of the woods yet, but they are in the driver's seat, 73-71.
And look at this pass right here as Estacio rather, opting to help on that John Wilson drive from the weak side. That swing cross-court pass left Elorde wide open for the go-ahead three.
Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan City. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes talking to our security chief, Rudy Distrito, Emer Oreta, right there as well. And Michael Pacquiao and Raymond Zamora. Yung unang laro pa lang of 3 here. Nico Elorde, 12 points, 3 3-pointers, 2 assists, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. And exciting game, nearing the end. The deadlocks at 9, lead changes at 10. So nakita mo kung gaano ka exciting ang larong to. Escoto drives, steal by Wilson. Here's Nico Elorde. Hang time, wala. That's a foul.
That's a foul against South Cotabato, and I'm not sure if they needed to rush that one unless it was a clear path being up by 2. But instead, ball will go back to Marikina. Ang mabigat pa doon. They give up a foul, and they're going to walk for free throws on the other side.
Natsaro John returns to the game.
And that's exactly what Coach Boying Diloy is feeling, nanghihinayang. Hindi yung puso, ah.
Kanta. Kanta yan, yung nire-refer mo na nanghihinayang. Ira mo yan, ira natin.
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Ikaw pa naman, mahilig ka pa naman magpatugtog ng mga ganong kanta.
Ay, oh my gosh. Excuse me.
Oh, 1 for 2 for Pili.
And what's the difference? Game clock, shot clock. Halos wala.
Yep.
Dangerous pass.
Junicio makes the catch. Wilson will dribble this one out, and the foul given up.
This is a good foul, though. Only a second difference. Shot clock and game clock.
And nonetheless, you'll get an opportunity.
Right. And if you're South Cotabato, this is the guy you want on the line. I was about to say tried and tested, but after the first free throw, I take it back.
Dati pamilya ni John Wilson nagtago eh. 8 rebounds, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 2-point game. 12.2 seconds remaining. And Michael Pacquiao having fun with it. Pero hindi pa tapos itong laban natin. 74-72. And we've seen Marikina, you know, laro na napanood na natin yung buong game.
Right.
Eloy Tan not on the floor.
Right.
What do you see Coach Rizal doing here?
Well, if I'm Coach Rizal, I'm putting the ball in the best player for tonight's game in his hands, and I'm talking about Estacio.
Ay, Joe! AI.
Puro shooter kayo dyan, ha?
Meron, okay. Pare, tingnan nyo, screen. Pag screen nyo sa taas. Para yung tao, screen yung tao. Pag sumama yung tao, pakita, then papa out. Roll. Then bigay. Pare, 10 seconds. 1-on-1. Kayo, sige, kayo. Sayo mo.
And I was about to say, I would inbound at the other side of the court. Now, I know that time is not on their start. They got to score quickly, but what that gives you is yung buelo, you know, that head of steam. Maybe Estacio can attack downhill because minsan dito sa half court, having little space, iisipin mo pa yung pag-inbound.
Kaya nga. You know what's funny there? Nico Elorde joined the tail end of that huddle.
So, either narinig o either may narinig o nakita siya.
Yeah, he's been warned for unsportsmanlike behavior. So, he's there immediately.
Kaya tinuturo niya na kung saan pupunta. Oh.
Estacio receives the inbound. He'll fire the three. No! Joe Gomez Del Llano, air ball, and a foul given up. Wow, 2 opportunities.
Right.
Para sa Marikina.
And I thought Igliane, after getting the offensive rebound, opting to go for Joe Gomez Del Llano on the right, I thought he had Estacio wide open to his left for a better look. Right here. You see Estacio right here asking for the basketball, but instead, he went to Joe Gomez Del Llano on the right. Air ball, foul. Jonicio can ice the game, whether with a make or a miss, really, on this last free throw.
Marwin 2 for 2. And that should do it. South Cotabato encountering stiff resistance here from Marikina, but the Warriors come away with a W as South Cotabato makes it 4 wins in a row at the expense of the Marikina Shoemasters. Cato Latino smiles all around, and Eloy Tan and the Shoemasters just falling short. And Arbuena's best player of the game is Nico Elorde, hitting that go-ahead 3. He had a couple of threes in the first half, and the big one right here. Lamang ang Marikina by 1 point sa sitwasyon na to, and he was able to knock it down from beyond the arc.
And that was big time. Hitting the open shot of the big-time assist by John Wilson. A special mention, Chris Dumapig. He was solid from start to finish. Also finished in double figures, had about seven boards. But we give it to a guy who made the go-ahead basket, as you mentioned.
Final score is brought to you by GameX, the official online ending partner of the MPBL, the first and original online basketball ending sa Pinas. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat, kasama ko ngayon ang Buenas player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi si Nico Elorde. Nico, clearly Marikina wanted this game so much, no? Pero lumabas pa rin yung pagiging veterano nyo, and yung last 3-pointer mo was everything.
Unang-una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. Siyempre, binigay sa amin yung panalo. Yun nga, sabi sa amin ni Coach Elvis, yung Marikina, hindi pwede underestimate. Yun naman, alam naman natin lahat sa MPBL ngayon. Lahat nagle-level up, kahit sino kalaban. So, kailangan mag-step up talaga.
Makikita na slowly nakukuha nyo na talaga yung sistema ni Coach Elvis as a team, yung threes nyo, yung points in the paint. Kumusta kayong mga players so far?
Kami naman, every day, we just try to improve and yun nga mag-adapt sa sistema ni Coach Elvis and yun lang, magtulungan talaga every game.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Thank you sa mga supporters ng South Cotabato Warriors and yung mga sponsors namin. Honorable Reynaldo Tamayo Jr., Jinky Skin, RCS, Sportswear, Jensen Mayora, Lorelei Pacquiao, Congressman Bobby Pacquiao, Ruel Pacquiao, and yung Armor On, Sandman, and Team Osiris. And binabati ko lahat ng mga taga-Paranaque sa suporta nyo and sa mga sa family ko, sa Elorde, and yun lang, thank you kay Lord sa panalo.
Maraming salamat. Our buenas player of this game, walang iba kundi si Nico Elorde. Balik sa inyo si Delph, Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and congratulations kay Nico Elorde and South Cotabato Warriors as they pick up their 4th straight win to improve to 6-3 in the South Division. Up next, the unbeaten Quezon Huskers taking on the Imos Agimat. We'll say goodbye for now, but we'll be right back in a bit para sa laban ng Quezon and Imos.